Episode 38, The Adobe Show. So what is Adobe Creative Cloud, and is it worth the investment for podcasters and online content creators? You are listening to episode number 38 of Mike Murphy Unplugged. Learn, create, move forward. I am your host, Mike Murphy. I'm a one-man band and a technology junkie, and I love helping people figure things out. And I am really excited to be here with you today. The goal of Mike Murphy Unplugged is to help you learn what you need to know in order to create online content so you can move forward in business and in life. And in this episode number 38, it's all about the center of my creative toolkit, Adobe Creative Cloud. What is it? How do I use it? And is it worth the investment? But first, as always, let's start the show with a question of the week from Ask Mike Anything. For those of you just tuning into the show for the first time, Ask Mike Anything. It's your chance to ask me what you want to know more about, or where are you struggling in your online business. Head on over to mikemurphy.co, leave me a question, and I will answer it in a future episode. Today's Ask Mike Anything came from a Google survey that I put together. How do you keep consistent publishing schedule when you have a busy lifestyle? Well, this is a great question and one that may get its own show soon, but you've heard me talk a lot about pod fading, and a number of times pod fading is the result of not being able to keep up with the demands of producing a podcast on a regular basis. If you have a full-time job with kids and sports and vacations, maintaining a podcast is a challenge. I do have a full-time job, but I live alone and it's still a lot of work producing a weekly podcast. When you have to do all the other tasks also associated with having an online business, it's difficult. I get it. But it can be done, and the simplest answer I can give you is that you need to make your podcast a priority and part of your routine. No exceptions. It's going to take you several episodes to figure out just how long everything takes you, but you need to get your workflow down to an efficient and repeatable process that you are continually working on to improve and do faster and better. Then you need to block time every week at the same time, or whatever format your show is, and stick to that schedule. I realize there are going to be several variables and differences if you're a one-man band versus an interview show, but it really all comes down to focus and scheduling. Fridays are my day to write and record. I commit to this time. You may have to do your recording from 4 to 7 a.m. or your prep when your family's sleeping, or 9 to midnight, whatever your scenario is. If you want consistency in publishing, you need consistency in your workflow and scheduling. I know that's a little tough and it's going to change for everyone and there's different circumstances, but that's the bottom line. To maintain consistency, you just got to make it a priority and block out the time. Okay, let's jump into episode number 38, The Adobe Show. What exactly is Adobe Creative Cloud? What programs do I use for my podcast? And is it worth the investment? I get asked this question quite a bit. What is Adobe Creative Cloud? It's a subscription-based bundle of creative software programs by the tech giant Adobe, used by graphic and web designers, Hollywood, and independent filmmakers, photographers, and pretty much everyone in between. The most recognizable program seems to be Photoshop. That's what put Adobe on the map, and they've been pretty much the top dog of software in the design and creative industry for many years. Adobe CC replaced their popular bundle Creative Suite in 2013 when they announced that all of their core software programs would be available for a monthly subscription fee, and updates would be continuous and included in the monthly fee. Like anything new, people complained and thought of everything wrong and did not like this leasing versus owning model, but Adobe charged forward and created what I consider one of the best bargains on the internet, period. So how much does it cost? For individuals, a subscription is $50 per month. For students and teachers, $19.99 a month. Incredible. You can subscribe to individual apps only for $19.99. Say if you wanted Adobe Audition for podcasting, that's an option. There is also a photographer bundle that includes Photoshop, Lightroom, and Bridge for only $9.99 per month, which is mind-boggling to think that you can get the full version of Photoshop, the greatest creative program ever created, for Netflix pricing. So for $50 a month, Adobe CC has approximately 28 professional-grade programs and currently 12 to 15 flagship mobile apps. And that's just a quick tally. Updates and new features are pushed out constantly, and the platform is evolving into this amazing ecosystem. My biggest complaint is that the new features come out so frequently that they're easy to miss, but it is really fun and exciting to be part of this as a creative professional. Adobe CC also includes full integration with popular design and portfolio community Behance. It also owns Adobe Stock, which is from Getty Images, and Typekit, which is a giant library of premium fonts that used to cost thousands of dollars, now free. Another big feature of Adobe CC is the Creative Cloud library, which means you can access all of your files from any computer in the world on any device. Adobe has managed to adopt this Apple's cloud simplicity with the most powerful creative tools in the world, and it is amazing and is only getting better. It's just starting out. It's quite impressive. You might be able to tell that I am a huge fan of Adobe Creative Cloud, so let me give you a glimpse of what tools I use regularly for my podcast, my online world, in hopes that it may help you as a podcaster or online creative if you are on the fence of whether to purchase. And a disclaimer here, I've been in the photography business for 8 to 9 years where I use Photoshop every single day, all day. I've studied most of the Adobe programs for the past 10 years, almost every day. So, as much as I love it and use it, there is a steep learning curve. If you're not willing to invest time and effort into learning, the Adobe CC might not be a good fit for you. The mobile apps, though, are pretty simple and straightforward, but Photoshop and the core programs in the bundle, they're built for creative professionals. But the technology is simplifying. I can tell you that Adobe is starting to simplify the programs a little bit more and make it a little more user-friendly. So you can do it, but it's going to take you effort and work, and I just want you to know that up front. Okay, so what tools do I use? Audition. This is what I use to record and edit this podcast and audio for all video. It's incredible and powerful, and I highly recommend it for podcasters of all levels. My photography and pretty much everything else workflow revolves around my comfort foods. That is Photoshop, Lightroom, and Bridge. I could not function without these programs, and having the ability to access and edit all of my photos on my iPhone or iPad or my laptop, have them sync back to my computer, vice versa, is nothing short of amazing to me. My Instagram and social media workflow revolves around these programs, and these are a central hub of my entire podcast and online workflow. InDesign. I absolutely love InDesign, and I use it for all layout work, including my episode artwork on the blog and any PDF guides or resource guides that I create. At work, I use InDesign to make everything from the marketing flyers to portrait albums and wedding albums. Very, very steep learning curve, but there is a reason that publishing houses around the world use InDesign as their main tool for magazines, books, and so much more. Illustrator. Pretty much every logo and graphic that you see on the planet was probably made with this vector-based tool. Everything I designed for my brand and podcast was done for the most part in Illustrator. Definitely not for the faint of heart, but one of my favorite tools. I've created all of my logos and podcast assets inside of Illustrator, and it is my Swiss Army knife for everything I design. Invaluable to me. For video and how I polish all of my screencasts and tutorials, I use Premiere Pro and After Effects. Adobe Media Coder is how I export my final media to YouTube in final form, and you'll find these programs pretty much on every Hollywood set and most video enthusiast toolkit. These are the core programs that I use all the time. I do use Adobe Acrobat, Muse, SpeedGrade, and a few others, but these are the main ones. Now, mobile apps. Adobe has been quietly putting together this powerhouse set of iOS and Android apps that don't require the Adobe CC subscription, but having the subscription makes them all much better. Now, I can only scratch the surface of the power of these Adobe mobile apps, but they are unlike anything in the App Store, and Adobe has been very hush on the marketing of these, so I don't think a lot of people even realize all that they have available to them now on their iPhone and iPad because of these mobile apps. Designers can sketch out a website or a magazine layout on their iPad on a plane, come back to their desktop, and it's a fully functioning design. The new Spark apps that just came out last week are amazing, and every podcaster needs to start using them to promote their shows. Quite incredible. Adobe Lightroom, the center of my Instagram workflow. I can take photos on my phone, they show up on my desktop, vice versa. With the new iPad Pros, recording podcasts on the go is very possible. However, Audition has yet to appear on mobile. I predict it's just a matter of time, like very soon. So, a recap of my Adobe workflow for this podcast. I made all of my branding artwork, including the logos, podcast, cover art, and various graphics using Illustrator. InDesign is where I design my blog episode artwork and all the PDF guides and most everything with text and layout that I produce on a regular basis. All audio for podcasts and video production is edited using Adobe Audition. Photoshop, Lightroom, and Bridge handle all of my photo needs and YouTube thumbnails and all of my social media assets, particularly for Instagram. Premiere Pro and After Effects, which, by the way, After Effects is my weakest link, but I'm learning, and Media Encoder handle my video needs. The mobile apps are just entering my workflow, but I have big plans for creating podcast promotions and teasers using the free mobile apps that anyone can use with or without an Adobe CC subscription. There is a full list of everything I'm talking about today in the show notes, so you can find them at mikemurphy.co/EP38. So, is Adobe CC worth the investment for a new podcast or online content creator? My immediate answer is a unanimous absolutely, as I really do think it is the best bargain on the internet for what you get for the cost. You get way more than what you pay for in this case, but there is a big but. You have your work cut out to learn them. Some of the tools are easier than others, but you have to have some technical chops and willingness to learn if you want to jump on board the Adobe CC train. Now, I have taken over 11,000 videos on Lynda, and most of them have been on the Adobe products. And while you don't need to be so overboard and obsessive as me with my learning, you do need to be prepared for some steep learning curves right out of the gate. The good news for podcasters, I think, is that Adobe Audition is not any harder to learn than GarageBand or Audacity or any other digital workstation. So if audio editing is new to you, you'll be able to pick up Audition, which, it's still going to take you the learning time, but it's going to be not much different than learning other ones. And it's a more professional tool. I am all about using free tools and resources, but there are costs to doing business, and if you want to be a professional and top of your game, you have to invest in yourself and your business. And Adobe CC is one of those tools that I think most podcasters and online creatives should invest in if they are serious and not just a hobbyist. I have been with Adobe for so long, and they are so committed to making creatives better. It is really exciting times to watch Adobe CC make it almost seamless to use laptop, iPhone, iPad, when just 2 years ago this was not possible. My long-term goals of this podcast and my online world is to be location independent, meaning I can run my production from anywhere in the world, and Adobe CC is making that a reality for me, along with Apple, of course. So, is Adobe CC worth the investment for podcasters? Yes, but hard work is definitely required. If you are new to the Adobe products, is it necessary? Not at all. There are great podcast tools out there like Auphonic, which is great, and all-in-one platforms like Spreaker and Cast. And remember, you can still use all the Adobe mobile apps for free, with or without a subscription. It's just not quite the same experience. So in conclusion, I am asked on a regular basis whether Audition and Adobe CC is worth it. So hopefully you have a better understanding of my position and the benefits of Adobe CC. And also, Adobe CC has a 30-day free trial, so give it a test run. If you have no plans to learn Photoshop or the design tools and you only want to use Audition, you can subscribe a la carte for $20 a month and use something like Canva or PicMonkey or other photo and graphic tools for your social media and photo needs. But if you're going to use more than one or two of the tools in the suite, I'd say go for the whole thing. It's totally worth it, and it's only getting better. I talk a lot about it, but one-man bands wear a lot of hats, and Adobe CC covers most everything I need to do on a daily basis. I couldn't imagine my world without it, quite frankly. It is vital to my workflow on every level as a creative professional and podcaster. For $50 a month, which is probably less than most creatives' monthly Starbucks budget, to get software used by Hollywood, Madison Avenue, and every major brand in the world, I'd say it's unquestionably worth it. And as always, I thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to this podcast. I appreciate every one of you. And remember, Ask Mike Anything is looking for great questions, and the request line is open for tutorials. So if you have something that you want to learn specifically, hit me up via email or social media, and I will make a custom tutorial. How cool is that? Have you signed up for the newsletter yet? Well, head on over to MikeMurphy.co and be sure to do so for the latest news and updates. And thank you for joining me today. I hope you join my one-man band, and together we can learn, create, and move forward. Cheers.